Hey gang, and welcome to the final episode of Let's Play Beyond Good and Evil. I'm your host, the leading man. As per usual, we just need to snap a picture of this and send it to the governor.
You have control of the long-range transmitter? That's incredible! I'll work as fast as I can. Hang in there. Quickly. If the population revolts, the Alpha sections will surely try to flee.
Alright, here we go.
Transmitter alignment. Set target. Okay, enter data.
It's up to you now, Jade.
Okay.
Data not recognized. Protected system. Locking. 10,
They're blocking the controls.
9, 8,
No problemo, Hillys. I take care of that.
6,
Amigos, Segundo el Magnifico is going to show you who is the best.
2, 1. System blocked.
Nice job, Magnifico. More like Secundo el Major Screw-Up, King of the Cretins, Pope of the Peanut.
Silenzio, my little piglet. Look,
Opening system data. Hello, General Secundo. At your service.
I have una amiga who would like to broadcast a little report. Set up an alignment on 21.3, por favor, mia bella.
Yes, sir, General. Data loaded. Broadcasting.
Has reared its ugly head on your planet. With help from those traitors from the Iris Network, our enemy, the Doms, have broken through our protective borders and infiltrated your city. Enough is enough!
Amigos, señores, señoras, y of course, señoritas, keep open your eyes, si tutti quanti. I'm not going to be wasting your time with big speeches. I just wanting to show you the whole big picture. Los Alpha Section are traitors, banditos, impostors, rascals, wooden nickels. Look at these photos that we have taken. The Alpha Sections are the accomplices of the Dom's forces.
The Alpha Sections are the ones who've been kidnapping the Hillians and taking them to the Doms. Once the victims arrive on the moon, they're drained of all their energy and die.
Since the beginning, we have been manipulated and deceived. Stop listening to the lies that the Alpha Sections are telling you.
Down with the Alpha Sections!
Down with the Alpha Section! Revolution!
et voila!
Carl Senator Peters!
The kids are still on the Dom's base. We have to go back for them.
For the time being, we better evacuate the sector.
Nice strategy, soldier, but a bit late. Goodbye.
Auto-destruction procedure engaged.
Oh, so it's time to run. A minute and 30 seconds is plenty of time to get back, even though it does continue to count down as people hop into the train and it goes off into the distance.
Quick! To the ship!
truth has finally been revealed by our trustworthy colleagues from the Iris Network. The Hillian people have joined forces to drive the Alpha sections out of Hillys. Once again, the honorable journalistic profession was able to show that it had a preponderant role in the history.
Best mail ever, and the reason why you want to subscribe to the Word.
Come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly.
Tractor beam activated.
Alright.
They've got us in their tractor beam.
Alright, well, welcome to the multi-stage boss battle against General Kex's spaceship, spider, robot, thingamadobder.
Rodents tangled in my web.
This part's relatively easy to dodge, except when you do it wrong. A single missile will blow up all three of those if you do it right. These lasers are stationary, so if you move slowly enough, you should be able to handle it, or if you're actually decent at dodging. The camera angle is a little wonky here, plus the ship is constantly moving, so it can cause you to make a few mistakes here and there. If you have enough mecha impulsors, of course, none of this really matters. So now it's the same thing with the laser that splits. Always want to go to the middle, and he'll just shoot mines at you on the outside.
Keep the tractor beam engaged.
This is also relatively simple. You just want to go around the outside to shoot. Don't go through the lasers or the electricity. Now we've got the a couple of the first phases put together. Really, it's the same thing as always. Shooting down each of the three will cause one of the laser beams to disappear, and as per usual, go around the outside.
What were you hoping? You're doomed. We're losing control. Keep the tractor beam engaged.
You'll have to launch the hovercraft if we want to turn off the tractor beam.
Hey, remember torpedo dodging? Well, it's time to prove you still have that skill.
In order to turn off the tractor beam.
Fortunately, there are a few like boxes and pieces of wreckage in the way that can cause some unnecessary issues. But pretty much your only real need is to destroy the mines in the front. Keep trying to get fancy. For some reason I want to jump over that thing and let the torpedo hit it. Close? Kind of? There we go.
The coast is clear. We'll have no problem to dock, Miss J.
Alright, just head into that center section and then dock with the downed spider ship. Also, there is in fact a save point out here. You probably don't really need to use it until later.
Alert! Alert!
All three of your party members should be here, so this fight isn't as difficult as it immediately looks like. The same strategies can pretty much always be used. You just want to let Double H tank run around, hit guys that he's in combat with, or have people come at you and then have him charge them.
Yes, sir.
I don't think Paige actually does anything, but considering he just came out of a torture chamber, that's probably fine. Up this anti-grav lift is the switch.
What were you hoping for, huh? Everyone you ever loved is already dead. Your mother and father, the pig, and all those little brats. We've sucked them dry of all their fluids so that we could live longer. He's looking for you. He's been on your trail for centuries. Your days are numbered. May the angels of darkness rise to glory.
You were kind of a dick, but that was a pretty badass line to end on, so good job.
We have to get back to the base. All the prisoners are still in there.
Also, that's pretty much the last little bit you're gonna get, or there's no real more explanation for that in the plot.
Voices up there. Is there someone else still alive?
No, there's no one left.
Apparently, they've been searching for Jade for centuries, even though she's only 20 years old. There's a little bit more that we'll talk about this. I'll talk about it a little bit more afterwards because it's not fully explained yet, but it doesn't ever get fully explained. Here's your save point. I'd recommend using it. Alright, we're on to the last two encounters in the game.
Landing strip in sight. Straight ahead.
Of course, it's not going to be this easy.
Look out! They're sending in the cavalry!
Sweet Jesus, they're everywhere!
You need to kill something like 15, 20 of these guys. It's really hard to count considering the fact that the homing tracker doesn't reliably grab everyone, and it's relatively difficult to hit people with a laser. So just peg them one by one and move around a bit, and you won't really get hit that much. Kind of a faux Star Fox battle.
Keep it in your sight!
We have the support of the people of Hillys, Jade. We'll cover you. Try to get inside the base. We must save those that are still inside.
Here you can just make a straight shot to the landing pad and press X to land. Once everyone settles and you get control back, all you need to do is run to that central pad. There are no alpha sections or DOMs or anything.
Thanks for everything, my companions.
You have finally come back to me. You have served your master well, Johnny. You alone have brought the Hillians to me. They have followed you blindly.
Miss Jade?
Dorthgal Parkai.
Ah! It's a trap! The controls aren't responding anymore!
You are not who you think you are. The pig has hidden your origins from you.
Jade, no! Don't listen to him!
You are the source of my powers, the instrument of my strength. They took you away in the hope of destroying me, but I have survived, feeding me with only the most miserable of sacrifices. They made you human, but you are not like them. You are mine, Johnny, and I am going to kill the human part of you.
Jade!
Johnny Dom Yendra!
And welcome to the fight against the Dom's High Priest. You start off by fighting a bunch of sarcophagi, which you can now one-shot. Which is pretty goddamn awesome, actually. Turns out that little weird head thing actually is the High Priest. I don't know what the thing on the outside is. It's never very well described. You can kind of use triple H or double H to block the laser. Really, you just need to fire 3 gyro discs at him. He will shoot lasers at you, or green lasers at you as well, periodically. Guess they're missiles. There you go, like that. You can multi-fire the discs if you get a shot in. Especially if he hits you. If he hits you, just start firing. You've got enough of a buffer there. During this phase, he makes Page clones from his hand. The one that's got Page in it, I guess. Every time you kill a Page clone, a sarcophagi comes out of it. Just use the super action to hit the materia and then the priest. In this bit, the priest warps around you. Hit only in the direction the priest is in, and you will hit him. If you miss, he will bite you, and you have to start the whole process over. Here, you need to roll out of the way. Now, Double H clones. They fight exactly like Alpha sections do. One hit will knock them out, though. And, of course, you need to kill the sarcophagi to finish it off.
Join us,
About halfway through, he starts shooting missiles at you as well, just to be a dick. I think the missiles can actually hit the Double H clones, which is kind of interesting.
It's your fault that we're suffering, Miss Jade. Abandon.
You're losing control of your spirit.
So now he's reversed your controls. I have an elegant way to deal with this, so that in the video you'll probably never even be able to tell that my controls are reversed. It goes something like this. The deliberate slowness and relatively easy spawning of this section pretty much is just for you to get used to the controls, because they're about to do this to you. Same thing as before. Just hit him, don't miss, and then dodge whenever he's on the top like this. And it goes longer than the last one. And that's Beyond Good and Evil HD. Want to thank everyone for joining me all the way through this project. I know it took a long time, but we got through it! Oh yeah! Also, interestingly, this was done by the Shanghai studio of Ubisoft, which must mean they were in between Splinter Cell games or something. Also, I do want to apologize to anyone who cares. I did re-edit these credits. They are 15 minutes long? That's redonkulous. I shortened it down to a period of 7 minutes here by speeding up the video and keeping the song the same length. So I apologize if this offends anyone. You can still see everyone's names. It seems okay to me, and I'm not going crazy over the fact that there's a 15 to 18 minute window of credits that I have to deal with. Interestingly also, this first bit with the music and the crazy trippy background is all new for the HD version. The original ends with just a little audio riff and then some bird sounds over pictures of the lighthouse, which we'll get here in 2 minutes. So, Beyond Good and Evil, what do we think about it? What do you guys think about it? For me, I would say that a lot of it holds up well. It holds up pretty well as like a Zelda-style game. A lot of it, not so much. There's some really old things, some very hard to explain moments in it where they don't really fully explain what's going on. It's also kind of aged out in the way we tell game stories. But I'm not going to complain, it's really good. I can now finally see why people are so pissed off there's no Beyond Good and Evil 2. Especially considering the fact that you find out that Jade is part Doms. This, like, whether or not she's actually a Doms or some old Dom spirit that's no longer around, this power source. What happened there is something we don't really know and can speculate about, but there's no 2 to answer these questions. What were the Doms before they started sucking the life out of people? It's been going on for centuries, ever since this Shawnee part left. I don't know. It's really interesting. I also appreciate the part when Paige is like, "You brought me back to life." I was really, really hoping when that happened that it wasn't going to be through her love or something. And instead it turned out to be that she's a mysterious god force. So, hey, that's better. But yeah, I like the game. It came across. It still works really well in this age. I recommend you play it. It's pretty cheap. Definitely a great game. Fun to have in your collection. Also, I appreciate this ending because, as you can see, as we're moving around, we're looking at little bits of the lighthouse. Oh, by the way, the credits were so long here that my Xbox fell asleep and I didn't even notice. Sorry. But yeah, I like that you can see bits of the lighthouse. It sort of implies that a little bit of life is coming back into their lives, or a little bit of normalcy is coming back into their lives post Doms. Do stick around to the end of the credits. There's a little bit of a scene here. It's only about, I'm looking at the time real quick, it's about 3 minutes away if you want to jump. But there is a scene which sort of implies the plot of what may occur in Beyond Good and Evil 2, which also, I'm sure, pisses off more people that there's no Beyond Good and Evil 2, because they want to make more Rayman, which is, I guess Rayman Origins was fine. I didn't particularly like it, but some people do. That's awesome. You should make a sequel to this game, because it looks fucking great from all the screens you've shown. Please. Alright guys, thank you for joining me. I have no clue what's next at all. It depends on if I have time to do stuff with Akari. If Akari and I end up working together, it'll be Uncharted 3. If not, I don't know. So, we will see. I've still got to move in the next few weeks, so there'll be another little bit of a down period in between here. So, alright guys, I will catch you later. Have a good one, and maybe a good rest of 2012, depending on how this goes. Hell, the Mayans might all kill us in, like, you know, 2 weeks. That's what happens, right? The Mayans rise from their graves and kill us. I'm not into all this stuff. Anyways, I leave you with that thought. The Mayans are going to kill us. Bye.